These are the three interviewees from the podcast that we chose for our analysis. The first one is Shamila Ganesan. She is a radio presenter and producer at BFM, the business station. And the second one is Lee Chui Yin, the presenter and producer of Evening Edition at BFM. And lastly, we have Arvind Yuvaraj, a content creator and editor at Web in Travel, WIT, and the three of them using Malaysian American English accent.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to Dr. Suhaila and to all of my fellow classmates. My name is ANIESYA binti KHAIRUL and my metric number is 2022844798. The first thing that I am going to present today is about the vowels. So the first vowels component is the monophthongization, which refers to a linguistic process where a diphthong, which is a complex vowel sound comprising two distinct elements. So there is two words that I have identified from the podcast, and I have analysis from the podcast itself. So the first word is the hyogram, which we need to pronounce a hyo, but the speakers from the podcast pronounce it as a hagran, which is that there is a wrong there because we need to pronounce hyogram as hyo. The second word is chocolate. This chocolate pronunciation, I found it's become a habit for most of the people to pronounce chocolate as chocolate because the spelling for chocolate is CH, but most of the people, even the speakers from the podcast, pronounce chocolate as chocolate, which the speakers change the CH to the SH sounds. So the pronunciation by the speakers sound as chocolate, but the correct pronunciation should be chocolate. The next vowel component that I am going to present for today is the vowel reduction. Vowel reduction is a phonological phenomenon that occurs in the pronunciation of unstressed syllables, where vowels undergo a change in quality, often becoming a centralized and more neutral sound. So the word that I have identified from the podcast is the lumpas. This word lumpa has a long O sound which is similar to the O in the food spelling. So it's not lumpas, it should be lumpa because the speakers himself pronounce lumpa as lumpas. So it needs to be pronounced as lumpas.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Suhaila. My name is NAJWA binti ZAINALABIDin. So I am going to explain about consonants, which is in the context of the absence of the voice fricative the sound. So based on the analysis that we have analyzed in the podcast, for consonants, I have found that there are two words to be analyzed, which is the and also they. So in the case of words like the and also they in English, potential areas of difficulty could include the correct production of the voiced dental fricative the in the or the diphthong a in the they. If a speaker's native language lacks these sounds, they might substitute them with similar sounds from their own language, leading to pronunciation errors. So, based on the table beside me over here, the word the and also they. So, the received pronunciation for the is the. But the speaker's pronunciation in the podcast is the. Next is they. The received pronunciation is they, but for the speaker's pronunciation, pronounced as they. So these two words has been analyzed where the English native privative the is replaced with the dental plosive the sound. The sound. How to correctly pronounce the? So the tongue is raised a bit, its tip placed just behind the upper front teeth. The uvula has stopped the air from going up to the nose, so the air comes out of the mouth from around the sides. So it's pronounced as the. Next is the deletions of final plosives. So the deletions of final plosives is a natural linguistic phenomenon and is often influenced by factors such as speech styles, context, and individual speech patterns. It also refers to a phonological process in which certain plosive sounds are omitted or not pronounced in specific linguistic contexts. So, we have found two words that the speaker did not pronounce the final plosives. The first word is listening. The received pronunciation for listening is listening, but the speaker's pronunciation in the podcast is listening. So we have analyzed that in casual speech, especially in rapid or informal conversations, the speaker might simplify the pronunciation of these words by omitting certain plosive sounds. The next word is including. So the received pronunciation for this word is including, but the speaker's pronunciation is pronounced as including. So maybe we have analyzed that maybe the speakers has had omit the certain sounds of the word is because it may be a natural way for speakers to articulate words more easily. So especially in rapid speech or when prioritizing fluid communication. So this is other examples, but this is not from the podcast. So in casual speech, especially in rapid or informal conversation, speakers, as I said earlier, speakers may delete the final plosive of plosive sound in words. For example, stop may be pronounced as stop. Cat may be pronounced as cat. So the pronunciation variation observed, such as the deletion of plosives in informal speech, can be attributed to several factors. So some of the factors are casual speech patterns, regional accents and dialects, social content, ease of articulation, and also individual speech habits.
So next is for suprasegmental features. We analyzed a different stress pattern that were used by the speakers. So for the first word is SHAHERMAN. The received pronunciation for this word is SHAHERMAN, where the stress is at the second syllable. So from the speaker's pronunciation, they speak as SHAHERMAN, where we analyzed that the primary stress were on the first syllable instead of the second one. So the next word is Wonka. From this word, the received pronunciation is Wonka, where the stress was placed at the first syllable. However, the speaker's pronunciation for this word is Wonka, and the stress pattern was at an incorrect places, which emphasis more on the second syllable.
So the second features for suprasegmental features is the intonation. And again, I have found two words for the intonation that I have analyzed from the podcast. So the first word is we are, because I found intonation features in here because of the speaker's pronunciation we are, and they use are at the high intonation, so they pronounce it as we are. So the second word is the upper lompa, and again the speaker use a high pronunciation at the word upper, so they pronounce it upper lompa.
So hi, I'm HAZIZI binti ISMAIL. I will continue with inappropriate pause in suprasegmental features. So, an inappropriate pause in suprasegmental features can impact the overall meaning and communication in spoken language. Based on our research from the podcast, the speaker commit the inappropriate pause at the word it when it pause it in the sentence. So, the analysis from this inappropriate pause is the sudden pause making the sentences sounds like it stopped at it, but it is actually a long sentence. It doesn't stop at it. Inappropriate pauses in conversation can affect turn-taking and overall communication flow. Conversational pauses are essential for smooth interaction, but incorrect timing can create confusion or discomfort. Overly long pauses may signal uncertainty, hesitation, or disinterest, influencing the dynamic of the conversation. Inappropriate pause of these features can lead to misunderstandings and hinder the overall clarity and fluency of spoken language.
Assalamualaikum, my name is RUZAIN, and I'm going to talk about assimilation. Assimilation is a phonological phenomenon in connected speech where sounds in words adapt or change to become more similar to adjacent sound. It occurs when the pronunciation of a sound is influenced by the sounds around it, making speech more fluid and natural. There are two main types of assimilation, which is progressive and regressive assimilation. For the progressive assimilation, a sound is influenced by a following sound. For example, in the word handbag, the N sound at the end of hand is influenced by the B sound, making it sound more like handbag instead of handbag. So it becomes handbag. And for regressive assimilation, a sound is influenced by a preceding sound. For example, in the phrase good boy, the D sound in good is influenced by the preceding B sound, making it sound more like good boy. So assimilation contributes to the smooth and efficient flow of connected speech by reducing the effort required to pronounce distinct sounds. Native speakers often unconsciously assimilate sound to make their speech more fluid, and it is a common feature in many languages. Understanding assimilation is crucial for language learners as it plays significant role in sounding natural and native-like in spoken language.
Hi, my name is Siti binti SHAHERMAN, and I'm going to continue my part. The other features of connected speech is elision. Wostira 2020 defined elision is the disappearance of sounds in speech, generally considered to make pronouncing complex combination easier. For the first example, the speaker pronounced holiday as in holiday. The h sound in holiday is elided. The word is pronounced as holiday. The h is not pronounced at all. And the second one is the speaker pronounced have as in have. The sound have is elided. and the word is pronounced as hey, which is not pronounced.